It's Tuesday, and you know what that means. It's time for another exciting adventure into the land of toy customization and restoration right here on Chop and Shop. As always, I am your host, Dave Wonder, and tonight I am joined by my very favoritist fellow host. You know him as the bean-hating LaCroix swilling son of a gun. That's right, it's your friend and mine, the madman of Minneapolis, and also apparently the man of 1,000 monikers, Matt Lind. Hi, Matt.
Hey.
Are you working on King?
Yeah.
Nice.
Someday I'll finish him.
I like it.
Just, or at least get it to a point where I'm going to call it done.
Fair, fair, fair. Man, I am. Oh, I'm getting a weird like whistling on my microphone. I don't know if that's coming through.
Nope.
Oh, there's Epic Badger. That's him. But yeah, Dave, you know what? I guess let's give a quick shout out to all the COJ. We got Ninth Archer coming in there. We got 4Knit, P.O. Mike, Shakes the Clone, Stanley's Toy Channel, Epic Badger, Josh Bear, Jamie Lynn, Hoodlum, Pendergast, Mr. Jones, Esteban. What's shaking? What's shaking? What's shaking? How's it going? Nightmare 3M. What's up tonight, folks? We're going to be doing some toy customization and restoration. As you saw, Matt is working on King, going through 1,000,001 things. I will be working on my Lou Ferrigno Hulk, which is currently this is the Gamerverse Hulk with a custom 3D printed head. But I will be painting this up into the classic looking Lou Ferrigno Hulk to go with my Nicholas Hammond Spider-Man. Very excited. Of course, idealized, but whatever. I dig it. So that will be getting painted up this evening. So very excited for that. Before the stream even started, I was working on this Joseph. I just painted the neck up a little bit, so he has a skin tone neck instead of just a like stark black neck. Oh, now I have the Joseph for the shelf. Bouquet says hello everybody. Neil says hiya Contra 1/12 was unexpected, but definitely a pre-order. Fair. Stanley bought a lot of TMNT figures before I washed them. They felt sticky, so I decided to wash them, and they still feel sticky. What else can I do? Stanley, honestly, one of my favorite tricks, and granted you'll have to wait till the sun is out and shining, is I will usually lay them out on like parchment paper or some hard surface that's not gonna like have any fibers or anything. Let the sun beat on them for a little bit, not like days and days and days. Just for a chunk of the day. Usually that'll kind of fix a lot of the stickiness. At least that's I've found, specifically with turtles, that's helped. Lion says, will you prime before you paint, Dave Wonder? And if so, what do you use? Do I have the paint? I don't. It's in the other room. I do. I use the Tamiya Flat Clear. I believe it's TS80 is the spray. I use that both to finish and to prime. So this is already primed. I used to go with opaque primers, which do work well. It just adds too much to the actual joints and stuff, so I don't have to do as much sanding and disassembly, which is nice.
Makes sense.
That's my, I don't know, that's my method. Josh says, oh, well, my TMNT Universal Monsters collection is officially up to date now. Nice. Who are you missing? Trium says, did you see the Radioactive Man Simpsons figure? I might have to get him. I did see the picture. It looks fantastic. What up, JJ? How's it going? Iodine? Man, been a minute, Iodine. Welcome, welcome. What up, Northern Nomad? Yeah, Stanley, give it a try. Yeah, I'll grab the can here after a little while. I also will be painting up this Warduke head that I got off of the Bay of E. So I actually just realized I put Warduke on my shelf back there while you can't see him. Let's see. I'm going to assemble it real quick. Yeah, I just actually, so where I first saw this was Dan Larson's Instagram and then his top 10, and it's one of those things. I think I just put the ears on backwards. I did, but it just looks a little bit more animated.
Okay.
Which I like. So I'm gonna work on this probably a little later. Neil is asking Matt, what do you use for a primer?
It depends really on what I'm trying to do. If I've got, I don't prime as often as I probably should. When I do, if I've got, I guess I'm usually going to try and prime, air quotes, using whatever color the majority of the figure is going to be, so that I don't have to paint as much. But it's getting harder now to find paints that like plastics. So if I know I don't have a good paint for the plastic, I'm usually going to go with like a flat white or gray. I find Army Painter is pretty versatile. A little more expensive, but it's designed to work on plastic. So it's better than a lot of the stuff you'll find at like the hardware store. And I find it gives a decent base to work off of.
Yes.
And then for stuff where I don't really feel like I need to like prime it, but it needs a little something to get the paint to stick, I will just use like a clear primer. I still have a can of super old plaid clear sealer, and that works fine if I'm going to paint over it. I no longer use it to seal figures because it can get weird over time.
Very fair.
Like stuff gets really tacky and picks up a whole lot of dust and stuff, and I've actually seen it change like colors of paint. So I don't mess with that as far as a sealer anymore. But as far as a primer on like a printed head or something, I do find it has some usefulness. So
yeah, for me, I will always drop, and it won't even be like a ton of primer. Like, it'll be a couple light mists before like I go too deep on a figure. Just because I find that it really does a nice job of bringing the paint forward, in my opinion. Oh, what up, Shaggy? Bringing him them sweet, sweet emotes. Dave is in TS80 and enamel. I bought enamels and action figures. No, hold on. I'll go grab it here in just a second. It's a rattle can, that I am particularly fond of.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely stay away from enamels.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I do have. Now my brain's going to completely mush. I do have the. Sorry, I'm just leveling these horns before it completely seals up on me. There we go. There is the helmet.
Nice.
I feel like I need to bring them up a little bit, but I think it's already too late for that.
Never too.
There we go. But yeah, the other one that I really like is I have Mr. Hobby Matte Clear. That is another go-to that I really like using. I think it does a beautiful job for priming, and genuinely is a good product that is fairly easy to get on eBay, or not eBay, Amazon, as well as most hobby shops I've been able to find it at locally here in the cities. Just really good shit. They also have a gloss and a semi-gloss too, which are pretty damn good. But yeah, here they are. Fortnite says, yeah, things have been pretty quiet for new Universal Monster TMT. Very true. I'm going to go grab that can real quick, so give me a moment.
Yeah, I guess we'll see if they announce anything here at SDCC or not. I don't know that they will, or if they're just going to kind of let that line wrap up. I don't know if there was anybody else even rumored for the Turbo Monsters. So I guess they're doing the black and white versions. We'll see if they keep doing more of those. It didn't feel like a line that was going to go forever anyway.
Here we go. So it is the Tamiya color, or Tamiya color for plastics is TS80. There we go. So it is labeled as, sorry, not matte clear, flat clear. Come on, focus, please. No, not going to focus? Cool. Thanks, camera. You rock.
You don't get focus.
Oh, wrong button. Hey, guys, did you see the Marvel Legends Wolverine Deadpool movie figures? Sure did. Very cool looking, in my opinion. I actually don't have now I guess it would be MCU Deadpool.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm all for it. And that Wolverine.
I had the last one that they did, and that they just reissued as well, and I ended up selling it off. But
Oh, did you? Right on.
yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna get the new ones or not, but they look nice.
Yeah, that likeness on Hugh Jackman is
Oh
a
yeah.
stunner. Like I legitimately stared at that thing, going, "Bullshit."
I'll be right
Like
back.
I don't believe that is actually what that is supposed to be. That sounded very weird. Anyways, I'm going to bring this up. Believe it or not, before this whole stream started, I took out all the colors I'm going to need, which is few and far between that I'll actually remember to do that. Boop. Let's do that. Greens are over there. Red, black, blue, gold. Gold. I need silver. No, I'm going to use white. I think that'll look better. Okay. Oh, plus we need variants of Mikey and Donnie. Indeed. You lack focus back. I do not. It was a surprise seeing something like that, a Legends figure, but they have been getting better. Oh, I agree.
Oh yeah, they're stepping up.
100%. The likenesses have been getting frightening in their reality. I don't know. Their realness. That's not a word.
Yeah, they started leveraging the printing. It's
boy did they.
It's night and day.
But it looks good. I mean, I think that's my biggest thing. You know, like.
Oh yeah, I don't use whatever you want as long as it looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah. If only the only thing that kind of is a negative for me, and it's just a thing for me, is that it makes it harder for me to use like the movie and TV show figures with the rest of my Legends because they don't look like they come from the same line as much.
Yeah.
But they've been up in the game on the comic based stuff too.
Yeah, they have. I'm trying to remember. I saw a figure on the pegs at Hot Comics this week, and it was one of those weird things where I walked in as the power went out today, and I was like, oh well, shit. I guess I'm not going to do the video, and I just kind of hung out for a few minutes because XL was already there, and power came back on. But I was like looking over at the Legends in the pseudo dark. I mean, we have gigantic windows.
Yeah.
At the store. But
there's a lot of crap in them, though.
What?
There's a lot of crap in those windows, though.
Oh yeah, for sure. No doubt. But yeah. So I was sitting there and I was looking. I'm like, who the hell is this supposed to be? And it ended up being I want to say it was like one of the Black Widow figures.
No.
And I was just like, oh, whoa, like, holy crap. Okay. Got a little spoiled with some of the painting that
yeah. One of the movie ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first couple Widows they did were not. I mean, I guess it's more that they compared to what they're doing now. It's
wow. Well, it's just wild. It's just like, holy shit. Some of the Black Series faces still look wonky to me. I don't know how Legends gets it better. Bouquet says, for the metal Botto torso, that is. Wait, what? Oh, got Splinter Skull in today. Found out you can pop his green chest plate off to see his gears underneath. The peg hole can also fit the arm accessory pegs for chest blasters and such. Nice. Yeah, I actually have Splinter over on my stack of stuff to talk about tomorrow. I was not patient enough to leave it for tomorrow's unboxing stream, but that's not that big a surprise, I'm sure, for folks who have been following along for a few years now. But I do, hiding behind me in my display, have my makeshift metal Botto using spare parts from one of my many extra mouse jaws.
Yeah, I grabbed one for King, and ended up opening it just to see what it was like. And yeah, I mean, they did a good job with that Splinter.
They really did. I was fairly surprised. I don't want to. Okay, that makes it sound like I'm being a pisser to it. I think I do legitimately think they did a nice job.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, they absolutely did. It's a very well done figure. It's got some fun parts if you're a customizer.
Hell yeah. Stanley says, I still need to open Krang and Mossman. Oh man, also amazing figures.
Yeah, they're real fun.
Highly recommend. I highly recommend Merman too, but like I feel like a dick saying that because I know so many people that just haven't found it or haven't been able to find it. I think that one has had some distribution problems.
I saw a post on Facebook today that there was some in Buffalo, and I was like, I could drive to Buffalo.
Yeah. Sure could.
I did not.
I was gonna say that is a haul. Like
half an hour.
Yeah.
If I'm at work,
True. But that's also for a figure that granted you would be doing a very nice thing for King.
Yes.
Which would be cool.
And we'll see. I mean, I still don't have any intentions of going to Buffalo. But
you say that.
I do, and I mean it. Because that is a haul. And there's not any other reason really for me to go there.
Fair.
So not looking.
There we go. Base coat on. It is now Blue Warduke. I saw the Splinter Deluxe Motu figure at Target today. Very cool.
Yeah, it's great. Very impressed with it.
Forgivens. Hey guys, what's up? And has Dave spilled the paint again? No, I haven't. I did get a little bit of blue dripped on me from this because the paint I hadn't shaken up the paint enough, so that it was a little watery. But outside of that, but yeah, Jeremy's in the chat. The Mo Turtles Merman is very nice, translucent plastic on some, and some paint, and very cool on others. Yeah, I really like it. It is just a spectacular figure. It is also one of those figures that makes me feel like a little kid when I play with it.
Yeah, the Merman is definitely one of those ones where it's like, okay, did they screw up the distro? Because it's like they started clearancing out Motu.
Yeah.
A lot of shops or a lot of Walmarts, which is weird. And so it's like it's one of those deals where it's like, okay, is there a ton of this just like in the warehouse that never made it to stores?
I think that is the case more so than Splintered Fate. Is Splintered Fate the 2012 one? I'm blanking on the name of it.
So I'm guessing then that we'll probably see at some point, hopefully, Merman available on the website, probably at a discount.
Oh, I have not played Splintered Fate 3M. That looks amazing.
Because it might end up like the Marvel Legends Star-Lord.
Yeah, very true.
Would you like a $6 Star-Lord? Yes, I would.
I have a few.
They were never in the stores, but I guess if you want me to buy several online for much cheaper than I would have bought them for otherwise, then that's your call.
Let's see. Sorry, I don't know what StreamYard just notified me of something, and then the notification went away real quick. I just want to make sure does the stream look okay? Are we live? Are we here?
Live? Or?
Are we good?
Well, I'm sorry for you having to explain that, goofballs.
What? Oh, I'm playing right now back to Seattle from Florida, watching on tablet. A couple of people have asked for help. Hi, people on the plane. We're making toys. Yeah.
Woo.
Is the one that was a mobile game for? Whoa! No! Oh no! Sorry, Ninth. You accidentally got put in a timeout. I'm sorry. Sorry, StreamYard's being a pisser. I don't know what's going on. Dave looks a little blue. Matt looks great. Thanks. I'll be looking for the Thundertron repaint. Oh, there we go. Splinter Fate was the one that was a mobile game for a year, and no, it's on the Nintendo Switch. Damn it. Okay, hold on. I gotta figure this out. StreamYard just accidentally muted / put Ninth in a timeout. No, okay. To show you guys what I see. I'm going to do this. I'm going to share this. This is what I see.
Oh, geez.
So it keeps on popping up a notification over here that overlaps what I can see. And so I clicked on it, and then it said that Ninth Archer was banned.
Now you're
and
muted.
the
I can't
comments
hear you,
were
Dave.
removed. And I'm like, wait, why? Like,
or can you not hear me? I don't know what's going on here.
I can hear you.
Oh, I muted it. Ha, that's me. You're fine.
Okay.
I accidentally clicked on the wrong thing on the toolbar here.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm going to try and fix this right now because, god dang it. That's what I was saying, though. It was just like, David McBan hammer. Thanks, Spike. It's frustrating when it's like I just wanted to read what the hell the thing said. Oh, how do I taking someone out of timeout on YouTube? How do I undo timeout? Oh, nope, not right. Okay, let's see. Bear with me. Oh, okay. So, ninth, apparently with the timeout, you should be able to start commenting again in 15 minutes, and I can't actually undo it.
Oh.
Well, because it's a temporary thing. So,
oh, yeah.
It's the thing of... stupid technology. Rabble. Man, that's so annoying.
Oh, God. If it's actually... Holy shit.
What?
I'll send it to you on...
Uh-oh.
On Facebook.
Uh-oh.
Messenger.
Something good? Something bad?
I mean, both.
Oh. Okay. Satchamagals. Oh, you know what? Actually, I feel like a dick. Ninth Archer sent this to me yesterday, and I was like, I haven't talked about it because I couldn't find more. It was only like posted.
Yeah, I don't know if it's legit or not.
Thing.
If it is, ooh boy.
You know what? I'm gonna hold off.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Showing it just because I don't want to get people riled up.
Yeah.
I do want to figure out. Hold on.
We'll know soon.
We will.
If it is in fact that, and it is that large, then I don't know what I'm going to do. But anyway, moving on. We'll find out later in the week.
Boocat. Okay, there is rumblings of a G.I. Joe HasLab that has not been confirmed yet. Again, I don't want to put it on here.
It has been hinted. I don't know if these images are legit or not.
Yeah. No, not Scaremare. Scaremare's, you know, Scaremare.
Scaremare's neat and.
Very frustrating. Very frustrating. Hi, Josh Brown. Yes, the Radler Boocat. Yes. Okay.
Let this stuff.
Okay.
Try.
Give me a second.
No.
Tweeter had dropped today, Disco and Classic Skeletor. Yeah, they're real nice. Are they the focus group images? Maybe.
I don't know.
They're several images. Again, this is why I don't like putting.
Yeah.
I don't like talking about leaks, is because I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, if it's true, fucking crazy. But if it's not, I feel like it just kind of shits on what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, even if it is real, they've got their whole plan.
Yeah.
They're gonna roll it out. They're gonna share it with everybody.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. I'm going to try this again. Bear with me, people. Sorry, this is like legitimately frustrating to me. Like where it's just like, come on.
Well, by the time you figure it out,
I'm
it'll
hoping
expired.
he'll be out of timeout. But like I scrolled up to read the thing and it says Ninth Archer Innovation was banned and their comments were removed. As
Yes.
opposed to Ninth Archer was put in timeout, which is what it said initially. And it's like, it's very frustrating. Do 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 do. Okay. Let's try this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. This was so much easier when I could just, there was like one thing that I could be like, click.
No, Ninth is back.
Oh, there's Ninth. Hey, welcome back, Ninth. Sorry, dude. I was trying to message you on Facebook. But yeah, welcome back.
I will consider backing a Rattler HasLab. The size is a factor, and the price. I love a Rattler.
There we go.
It's one of my favorite vehicle designs. But
you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna show it. This was also sent to me by Ninth. So props to Ninth and Matt.
Yeah, a friend of mine sent it to me.
There's this image that is floating around, and it is big.
Yeah, if it is actually that large compared to a figure, that's absurd.
That's insane.
That's too large, honestly.
Ninth, you're good. It was one of those things of like looking at that. My only thing that I can sit like I'm looking at it going, thank God I don't collect classified because that's really cool. Because I did love the Rattler growing up. I thought it was such a cool vehicle. But you know it's gonna shake them Marvel zombies up. I'm one of them. That's gonna be like, well, now you could do a Quinjet. Now you could do a Blackbird. You know, and it's like,
well, pony up. You know,
I know.
Put up or shut up.
Bucat says, I think that might be too big considering the size of most everything else they put up. I agree.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like that, the part of honestly, I don't see how you do something like that for less than like $1,000. And I feel like that's
totally. It's big, but it's thinnish. Maybe the price wouldn't be horrible. You never know.
Yeah.
Oh, still want Overdrive and Big Wheel. Me too.
Well, yeah.
I think one of the big things for me, and like I'll be honest, I was part of a control group, and getting to see what some of the stuff was that they were like, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? Like they were all over the place with stuff, which was cool. Like I think that was the exciting part about it, is to see that there was stuff getting chucked up just of like, hey, this is fucking off the wall and crazy huge, but would you buy it at these price point, like stuff like that. And I was like, that's fascinating to me. I thought that was cool.
Well, and like, I guess I would, it would be weird to me to have the new, like a classified Rattler be more in scale to the figures than the original vintage one. And I know they did that with like the 3 3/4 Sky Striker, where it's like, oh no, this is like actual scale to, and I'm like, that doesn't, it's unwieldy now.
Oh, there we go. Jamie says those are said to have been shown.
Okay, which makes sense, because I would hope they would go smaller. I would be very, very happy with something that's proportionate to the 6-inch figures, the same way the original one was to the 4-inch.
Agreed. I think they did a really nice
down, but I would still rather have that than, because like the Night Raven, the original Night Raven, really cool toy, looked amazing, really well constructed, too big to do anything with. Like even as a kid, like this thing is huge. I can't like fly this around.
I was gonna say, like growing up, I think it was my grandparents got my brother the Night Raven, and my folks got my brother the Tomahawk.
Mm-hmm.
And like, yeah, again, same thing of just like, what do you do? Like as a kid, you need an adult to
Yeah.
fucking help you play with it.
Well, and the Tomahawk I think was a good size, and I like the Rattler is a good compromise. Like, yeah, an actual A10 Warthog would be much larger, but I would rather have something a bit, kind of tweaked to suit the format. At which, I mean, that's one thing with the HasLabs is they don't have that limitation where it's like, well, we don't have to make this fit into a sell in the store. But
Yeah,
just because you don't have to do that, at least have
doesn't
enough
you should.
consideration for collectors' space.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that was one of those things of like when I first saw it, and I told Ninth as much. I was like, like this is badass. I would love to be able to like pop this up and be like, hey, this is very cool, but spoiler warning, speculation station, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
It's just again, I also I feel like it kind of shits on the teams like that are
Oh,
working on
absolutely.
these things because you know I think
Yeah.
about when I'm working on something, I don't want to show my work in progress, despite
No, I would
being
much rather. I would much rather. This stuff get revealed when they want it to be. I even just the like when retailers post stuff up like the morning before they're gonna do their stream. I feel bad for the team. It's like, yeah, you had a whole plan for this, and now everybody already knows what you're gonna show.
yeah,
And yes,
trying
Bukat,
to
the
take care of
Condor is one of my favorites as well, and that one is big. But I think the fact that it's split into two helped it as a for playability for kids. Um, but yeah, I don't know if they do a Rattler. I'll be very interested to see what they do and what the price point will be.
Oh, for sure. Um, very stinking cool. Again, the possibilities there, which is I think is the most exciting thing.
Yeah,
Um,
that this. Well, I mean that the line is even at a point where they would even consider it.
yeah,
Um,
which is funny because I remember like pretty early on, I had a couple of friends who were like, "This line's not gonna fucking make it." I'm just like, "It's
I
GI."
didn't. I didn't think it would either. Because of how it started off, and then not like I want to say after like a year and change, they're like, yeah, it's not going to be sold at retail in Europe anymore. Like you have to get it from Pulse. And I'm like, geez, that doesn't bode well. But here we are.
Yeah, speculating about a giant airplane and going, it could happen. Um, Super Spike says, I was a classified Dodge Charger. Nice. Jamie Lynn says, oh, never mind. I'm sorry. My chat scrolled up a little bit. I had the Cobra Condor. That one was pretty sizable and split into two vehicles. Nice. Love the Sky Striker, and the Tomahawk is an excellent toy and playset, but the Conquest X30 was probably the most fun. Whew, right on. What up, Panther?
Well, that was the thing, like for a lot of Joe collectors, because especially if you started later or you just didn't have rich parents or whatever, a lot of people, for a lot of people, the flag was kind of a grail.
Yeah.
And then you would get a flag, because I saw lots of collectors go through this. They would get a flag and be like, man, this is going to be awesome. And then you put a Sky Striker on it. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, wait, no, this doesn't work.
Just what now?
This doesn't look right. So, and I think the other aircraft looked better on it. But, the Sky Striker is the iconic thing. You want to put a Sky Striker on there. And it just
Yeah.
promotes the.
Oh, Spike. Wait. Spike said, oh, I want a classified Dodge Charger. Got it. I was like, wait, what? Oh, man. Now I'm trying to think of the
I mean,
name of the
Spike, there
damn.
was a bit during the Python Patrol issue of the original ARAH run where, due to a series of comical misunderstandings, um, the Darklonians come to believe that a 67 Camaro is somehow invisible to radar. Um, and they don't know why. So there's there's Joe precedent for something like that.
I mean, I think that can be said about damn near any vehicle with GI Joe. Just throwing it out there. I feel like GI Joe is one of those where it's like, oh man, I wish they could make this. It's not like they've ever had it in their franchise, and you're like, hold my beer. Like, not only have they had it, they had one that talked to humans.
It was the Python Patrol, the Pythonization process actually did work to make the vehicles radar invisible, but it turned out that it was just easier to pay the border guards to turn off the early warning equipment.
I actually saw a what is it? Python Patrol Roadblock and
the Tiger Force, yeah.
Tiger Force. There we go. I saw those today, and I was like, "What? These are cool."
Yeah, they're nice. Live your truth, Super Spike. I'm probably going to get that Lucha Lowrider if I see it, just as a 112 Lowrider. I haven't seen it yet, though.
I am in the same boat. I think it's great, and I kind of want to get it and tweak it to be one of Eddie's lowriders because I think that'd be cool.
I've got a couple of the Smash and Slam or whatever that subline is, where they've been doing a bunch of those vehicles, the Smash and Slam rig or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, like the monster one and the 18-wheeler and
it's the semi cab one that I've got a couple of I picked a couple of up when they were on clearance because I've got plans that we'll see if they ever come to fruition. Because I've had plans in the past. Oh, that's looking nice.
Yeah, should be good. I'm gonna toss the red on the eyes next and the jewel, and then this head is done because I'm doing LJN style because I'm lazy.
Most of the targets here do have the shelf tag out, Super Spike, so I'm just waiting to see it in person.
They do. I'll be right back. I got to grab that War Duke from my backdrop. So prepare to witness Sasquatch Dave as he lumbers through his deathbed of the studio. Found it.
Oh, see, Super Spike. We don't have ollies here, so we don't get the cool stuff. Yeah, the Slambulance I was also tempted by, but like the monster truck. Well, one, I missed out on the Slambulance. But like the monster truck, I've been seeing on clearance, and the way they had to like make it super thin to fit the shelf, the box.
Yes, it's real weird.
I can't justify it. I get why they did it. As a toy for kids or whatever, great. As somebody who wants a more realistically proportioned monster truck, can't do it.
But it's really fucking cool.
You're happy with how it's coming along?
Oh, on this?
What were you saying? It was really fucking cool.
I was just saying the Slambulance and stuff is really cool.
Yeah.
I think so. I'll have to post. I'll post them up maybe on like the Discord or I'll put them on Instagram or something. I found a bunch of old toy photos from growing up where I definitely hijacked my mom's camera and probably took. Oh, hush, Ninth. I didn't mean to, and I apologized already.
But also, watch your ass.
Yeah. No, so
it will not hesitate.
But the funny thing about it is that looking at some of those pictures, I definitely have like a wrestling, like me and my buddy Steve Kanicki, we set up like a wrestling ring in the center of my parents' living room. Like he had one of the Attitude rings, and like we fucking took all his dudes out of this duffel bag and set up this massive scene, and then just wrecked house. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I would do that down in the basement with my Joes and just take over until my mom got pissed off enough to say, put it away.
Wait, Spike, which one do you want? Another one? Oh, those trucks are showing.
Yeah, if I want another one of the trucks.
See, I wish I would have gotten one of those because I do want to make the big pig rig for Razorback.
I almost feel like the big pig, like you would have to. I mean, you could just paint that green or whatever and call it good.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
if you
pretty much.
really wanted to do
Fair Epic Badger, that's a good idea.
like a true big pig, you've got a lot to go.
True. Oh no, my red completely gelled over.
Oh no,
Yeah, well, it's okay.
is it?
And well, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
But I've also had this red for almost. Oh no, maybe there's. Give me what you got. There's very little left in this bottle. This okay to tell you how long I've had this body of Army Painter Red. I got it when we were still sponsored by the Source. The Source Comics game is located over in Roseville, Minnesota. Go check them out. Because I still like the Source, they just don't sponsor the channel.
Yeah.
Fargan Bro said, "Did Dave just make this purple?" No. Hi, Mitch. We're talking about stuff.
Junk.
True story.
Yeah, shipping probably would get spicy on one of those wrecking rigs.
Very true. It's one of those things where it's like I just need a little bit more red. Like it's literally 2 slits of red on this head sculpt, and it's like, come on.
Just let me do it. I don't need much.
Oh, that looks nice though. Oh, I came really close to dragging my finger through that fucking blue paint.
Oh, I've done that.
What?
I've done that. It sucks. Like, oh yeah, this is all done good. Oh no.
Oh no.
I wasn't gonna do this, but now I am, and we'll see if I regret it.
Which one?
Oh, with the king figure, because this design has. I mean, I get why they didn't paint everything.
Yeah.
Should have been, because there are so many different colors and finishes in this, like in that design that they used.
Yeah.
The Tekken 8, I think, look. Um, it's like, oh yeah, he's got metallics here, and there's like 4 shades of blue, and this, that, and the other. And it's like, okay, yeah, obviously they weren't gonna be able to do that on a retail figure, but they still cheaped out. So anyway, so I was gonna call it good in some spots, and now I'm just like, well, maybe I can be a little crazy.
Well, we are repainting little tiny plastic men in our free time. You be the judge. There we go. I think I'm gonna call that done. I kind of want to throw. It's like I kind of want to throw a little bit more detail on this, but I feel like if I do, it's gonna overcomplicate it.
Yeah.
But like, boom, there we go.
That looks great.
So now I'm gonna let that set up for a moment, and I'm going to remove the stock head on Warduke and try not to melt the rest of the figure. Now the real trick, can I just pop this head sculpt off? Or that is brittle as fuck. Okay. Ha-ha!
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you can, but it may be riskier than you want. I don't know if his horns would survive.
Oh my god, there's such a hop. Ow! Well, now he has no head, and I have the ball socket.
Oh, yeah. Fun.
Stupid. Ow, fudge. Come on, man. Ow, shit, this thing's sharp. I just scraped the shit out of that paint. Oopsies.
Oh, no.
No. Ow, fuck.
Doesn't seem to be going very well for you, Dave.
Currently, no. Dave needs to get Robo's heat gun. That place. Oh yeah, I have the. The funny thing is, I have a model that's very similar to his. Mine's just 12 years old. Oh shit, it's older than that. I got this thing in 2007.
I was back in your when you were in Georgia, right? Or was
What?
it? Did you get it before or after you were in Georgia?
I got it while I was in Georgia. I actually got it for one of my first sculpture classes I did.
Yes.
So that was between 2005 and 2009.
Time makes fools of us all.
Indeed. I'd like it to make this stupid ball joint come out. Legend, keep stabbing myself with these freaking wings.
Almost sounds like you're in a similar situation to Panther 10 because he has been experiencing that with a Ghidra figure.
Ooh. Yeah, he gonna so old. Why we have a hole in our ozone layer? No. The funny thing about this heat gun is part of the casing cracked, and I found one of these, one of the same model at a thrift store, and I literally just popped off the chunk of casing and put it on this thing.
Butts.
You know, I didn't even bother to look. Did he paint the back? He didn't paint it. All right. Okay. Oh, fudge! This thing is hot now. Give me the damn. Yeah.
Hey.
I can put a Warduke head on whatever body I want. Don't know what that means. Means that I have to heat up the friggin' Warduke body so that I can put the damn thing back in.
All right, stop touching this.
Boop. Oh, there we go. Ah. Need a little blue tack to fill out that joint because I don't know where my hot glue gun is. Then I'm going to get started on Hulk.
Nice.
Put the red paint away. Grab a little blue tack. Short and stout. Won't be long before some beautiful bean footage after Dave burns himself. Nice. Mitch says, woo, like Perlmutter is finally gone. What an asshole. Wait, Ike Perlmutter?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I missed that entirely.
From Marvel? Yeah.
I missed it.
He sold all his shares.
Hooray!
So his entire stake in the company is now gone. Apparently. So yeah, I don't know who he sold it to, but yes, I know he's been a big part of some of the things that have not been great at Marvel lately.
Kind of just a stodgy old dude.
He's got his agenda. And anything that you've seen in the comics that runs counter to that up until now was stuff that they had to fight for. So Good riddance.
Disney can still go fuck itself. Jesus, Mitch.
Well,
All right. Gotcha. Don't need to bring the House of Mouse down on us.
Yeah. All we have to do is start selling bootleg Punisher merchandise, and they'll leave us alone.
Funny how that works. It's okay. I still have my cease and desist letter from Disney.
What did they need you to cease and desist in doing?
The Bolt, the character, the Bolt from Mind Cube Comics, despite being created before Bolt, the Disney movie.
I thought they were going after for Bolt, the Marvel character.
Nope, this was before Marvel was owned by Disney. Absolutely wild. I'm like, cool. You're gonna come after an indie comic artist? All right.
Go after everybody again, unless it's Punisher merch.
Fair. There we go. You still have the Juggernaut up? I do still have the Juggernaut up. I think because it's just different enough, and technically it just looks like a giant brown turd with with eyes and a mouth. They're like, yeah, it's fine. Not infringing on any IP we care about. Wait, it's the X-Men. Oh no. All right. Do this a little prettying up on the neck joint. Oh, I'm just gonna let that chill out and.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop handling this figure while stuff sets, because otherwise I'm gonna wreck it.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. Mitch Falcon, I come from Florida. It's is get to go after them. Fair. Do you still have the Juggernaut up? Yes, I do. That was the same thing, and here we go.
Do you feel like a champion? Do you worry that you don't look like a champion? Try Enhancement Talent Clothing and Gear. At our state-of-the-art facility, you'll find wall art. Not one, not two, but a spectacular 3 cats. This thing. Top-of-the-line sewing equipment that Enhancement Talent has used to make Enhancement Talent Clothing and Gear. Let us take you to the top of the card.
Yatta! By the way, that popped up the other day on my feed of like, have you heard of the show Heroes? I'm like, sure have. Watched entirely too much of it. Let's see.
Oh no, the timeout corner is at not at Enhanced Talent. How is it?
It's over here.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell. There we go. Let's see. Network. There we go. Boink. Boink. There we go. We needed this thing cup in the style of the Juggernaut next. I just don't want to put more shit up on Redbubble. It's my only thing. Their quality has waned something fierce. It makes me sad. Although I also feel bad because I did a giveaway of one of the I raffled off a Pro Wrestling T-shirt, and it came in and was absolutely effed. And I basically went through a bunch of hoops with them to try and get a replacement for Shaggy, and essentially got ghosted. I was like, oh shit. Ooh, yeah, buddy. That's the ticket. Hold on, let's see. We did that.
I mean, you know, I feel like I've heard that that's kind of the
Just kind of
I don't know.
I like that a lot. That
Yeah.
really does. That adds. I think it adds that little bit of like the looks like a cartoon instead of a NECA product,
Yeah.
which I like. Does Heroes have the Zero to Hero song in it? Hercules does. What about the show Mutant X? I like Mutant X. But what are you talking about? Got excited when you said Mutant X.
Oh, I think, you know, because you watched Heroes.
Fair. Hulk had. Did he have kind of bluish gray pants?
I think so. Yeah. TV Hulk.
I will look up some reference before I start painting this big guy. It's always one of those things where I'm like, oh, how bad do I want this thing to be fully posable? And how badly do I just want to go, Koshina!
It's done. Moving on.
This has definitely been one of those customs that I've had in the back of my head for years. Oh, what up, Monster? Minnteonka, and I just remember the Secret World of Alex Mack. What was the thing? Yeah, man, she turned into Capri Sun.
What? I guess. All right.
She could like turn into like this mercury-looking puddle of goo.
Okay.
And, like move around. I think that was Alex Mack. It was
I'll take
definitely
your word for it. That sounds like some. Was that some Disney Channel stuff?
Yeah, it was definitely Nickelodeon, actually.
The Nickelodeon,
yeah. It was one of those things that I remember watching as a kid and being like, "What's happening?"
I didn't have cable as a youth, so
fair.
Missed a lot of that.
Missed is a very loose term.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of seeing how this green is going to go over. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a green pass, and then I'm going to come back and do a dark green brush, dry brush, to make it kind of emulate that shitty paint job that he had. Well, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like it'll just kind of add that depth.
No, I think that's wise. You get that look going. Yeah, Ninth Robo struck out on his own.
Oh yeah. He is no longer with Whoosh. Him and Veebs are doing their own thing, which is rad. What's wild is since he ventured out, Mr. Geeky actually just surpassed Robo Don't Know's channel in subscribers, which is wild and awesome. We're still going for 2 here. Woo! But as mentioned on last night's stream, after these streams are done for the next couple weeks, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the original stream and repost it as a video to try and break into the algorithm of sorts, and try to grow the channel and such. And like I've said 1,000 times over, like I am grateful for every single person that hops on here and is part of the conversation. And I think we do a lot of amazing things with like Extra Life and beyond. Like we've raised so much money for good causes that I want to be able to grow the audience and try and be able to do more awesome, cool stuff. So I know it's a little bit of a change, and I'm sorry if that's frustrating because I know some folks are not going to dig on that, but I think it's what we got to do on this end to try and make something more awesome to happen. Ninth, I'm with you. Or Neil, I'm with you. Both of you, I'm with you. Thank you, Mitch. I appreciate the support. Like I said, it's one of those crazy things of I had someone ask why I was doing that, and I had to explain, like, I want to get into the algorithm because I want to grow the channel. And they're like, well, what's wrong with the channel the way that it is? I'm like, nothing. Absolutely nothing is wrong with the channel the way that it is. However, if we're able to raise $20,000 over the course of 3 live streams with under 2,000 subscribers, imagine what we could do if we beefed up the subscriber numbers. Like, that's wild.
Yeah.
Mitch says, Mitch is also already in too deep to back out now. Thanks. Thank you, Ninth. COJ is here. COJ is here. And I appreciate it. It's one of those wild things of seeing how much, like, we've been able to accomplish, like, as a group in just a couple years that this has been going on. It's like, all right, cool. Like, to quote a movie that's coming out later this week, let's effing go, right?
All right. Well, I think beyond maybe some touch-ups, I think I'm gonna just call King done.
Yeah.
Got all his details painted. They gotta put
I'll pop it up. God damn, that looks great, dude.
I got most of the detail painted. I put some metallic dry brushing on his boots to kind of give him that look he's got in the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's still some spots that are rubbing. I don't know if I care. So yeah, I think I'm gonna
badass
and just move on because
oh no, Fergun says, yeah, I sadly don't hit your like button much because I'm using my Twitch account to be in the chat and watch it. Hey, nothing wrong with that.
No. And Neil, this is just straight up. This is all the Bandai King figure. They went real simple with the paint out of the box, which they've done with the whole line. So I'm just touching it up. I think they might even have a deal right now on the Tekken figures because of Evo.
Yeah, they I know they haven't been selling well in like the general market apparently.
Well, because they're not at retail.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying like the sales numbers aren't great for them apparently. I've heard that from a number of people, and they're just like, "Well, why don't you have them?" I'm like, "I don't need Tekken figures."
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and to be quite honest, I have a King figure that I've had for the better part of 20 years, I think. If I'm thinking of it.
They don't. I mean, if they can't get them into the stores, even GameStop doesn't have them.
This is wild.
So, like, yeah, of course they're not gonna. If the only place I know of you can get them is like I think online GameStop maybe, and then Amazon, and it's like there's no like nobody's just gonna happen across these then. Like they have to care enough about. And I feel like if you had these in a Target, and they're there next to a Jada Street Fighter figure, you might look at them and say, "Oh, these look like crap compared to those." But you might also say, "Yeah, I want a Heihachi to, fight my Ryu or whatever."
Right. Panther, I have thought about doing TikTok. I already am stretched pretty thin just doing this. So, and granted, there are some changes coming in the next couple months where I might have some more time. But for now, YouTube and Twitch has kind of got me tapped out on the socials. Mitch says, hopefully Mitch can still rant about tech scams at 3 a.m. when you are the huge YouTuber you will be. Every time, Mitch.
Even just, the time to take existing stuff that Dave does and put it into a TikTokable format.
Yeah.
Is a lot of work. So
it's more time, like that's been my big thing is I'm making a jump and I'm betting on myself coming up here at the end of summer, and it's a little freaky. I'm very excited to be growing the channel and growing what we're doing like on here, like as a group. And to answer, I think his name was Spud something, who said, why do you keep saying we instead of I? It's because I think of this channel as the COJ. I think of it as a community. Because without you guys in the chat, there's no Dave Wonder. There's none of this, So that's why I say we a lot more than I. That's my logic, I guess. That's how I think about
to me.
what.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of that's my thought. Super Spike, hell yeah. And actually, that it will be a shirt going up soon. COJ Unite. I thought it'd be kind of fun to do one up. Also, stickers. More stickers are coming, and not from a certain sticker maker that I have been using. I switched sticker makers because
You and a lot of other people.
I'll put it this way, and I honestly, we're here to talk toys, not politics, not any of that shit, but don't need political emails coming from my fucking sticker maker. Like there's enough shit going on in this world. I just
Seems
want
like a unforced error there, and then the double down and triple down and whatever.
yeah, but anyways,
yeah, we'll let that lie.
like I said, it's so there's a lot of cool stuff going on. And again, like I had someone so a couple years back, I think it was the second. No, it was when was it last year's? 2 years ago. Technically, here on the channel, we won an award for getting just massive donations for Extra Life with Gillette's Children's Hospital, and there was a thing of the possibility of going and seeing what all the money went to, and then things kind of got mixed up, and there was a lot going on with everything, and unfortunately that didn't happen. And I had a couple people be like, "You should film that," and I'm like, I do and I don't want to, because I don't know. I like the idea of this being what you guys see. This being what's important is the conversations and stuff. And by having these conversations, we can do some really cool shit. So, yeah, just my 2 cents, I guess. I'm also kind of rambling because I'm sitting here painting a metric shit ton of green.
Well, promos for SHF Deadpool Wolverine.
Alrighty, nice.
Yeah. This is a done king. Let's see what else I want to do with it. Been socketing some heads and modifying some stuff. So I got this printed cutter head and
dope
life vest, and the life vest was a little bit big for the waist, so I trimmed that down and socketed it. I socketed this
Hold on, I'm gonna
Santo head that King gave me because you.
What is that?
Santo.
Oh, dope! Very cool.
So I'll have to paint that up at some point, and then I also socketed this Daredevil head.
Oh, beauty!
Not to use for Daredevil. If anybody in the chat can guess what I'm going to make out of this, you get a theoretical cookie, because I don't actually have a cookie to give you. But
are you doing another go at what's his nuts that you made like a year or two ago?
It's not somebody I've done before. Cool. I'll also say that it is a G.I. Joe character.
Oh,
that will be using this build. There you go. Mitch got it.
Night Creepers. Nice.
Night Creeper leader. Specifically the bright neon orange tiger stripe look from the Battle Corps days.
Hell yeah.
It's going to suck to paint, but I'm going to do it. I did one in the 3 3/4 modern era line, and it's always been one of my favorite just goofy ass designs.
So say we all.
Okay, let's see if I have it.
So because one Mr. Dan of Pixels loves the Ninja Force Zartan so much, it got me itchy to make a classified one, and I've been toying with the idea of trying to make some classified Ninja Force. And I'm like, I don't need to dive down this rabbit hole.
Classified, which character were you talking about? Sorry,
Ninja Force Zartan.
Yeah, that's on my list too. So
it's such a cool looking figure. I mean, all of Ninja Force have a certain place in my heart, just because I remember those so vividly and being so jealous of so many of my friends that were getting those figures and we just didn't have them. But
did I seriously do? Wow, I did.
Well,
I actually I repainted the club figure subscription service.
Did you? Oh shit!
Yeah, I didn't. I was like, no, screw it. This is the one I want because I'm looking at his feet, and yeah, I totally did. I'm surprised I did that, but yep.
maybe you got a secondary one.
Maybe it's possible because but I've got a stand too, which leads me to think so I don't know. Whatever I did it when it made sense to me at the time. So yeah. That's my 4-inch one. By the way, I don't know when exactly, but all of my 4-inch Joe customs will be going up on eBay at some point.
Ooh. Throwing it out there. Maybe we do a fire sale on here. See if we can get some folks bidding on here for a couple of them.
Yeah, I've got a lot. So I've definitely done some interesting. There's such weird. I do weird shit. So
in the best way possible.
The characters that I gravitate towards are the weirdos, and yes, I also want classified G.I. Joe Extreme, which
hell yeah,
I will do them someday. I had a lot of them parted out in the modern era stuff, but just never got around to actually finishing any of them. Let's see. Where did I put him? Is he still over here somewhere? Yes. My custom.
Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on. Oh, there we go.
My custom modern era wreckage.
Jesus. What is he made out of?
It's Marvel Universe Hulk with Marvel Universe Apocalypse boots. His left hand is from an Undertaker figure.
Nice.
His right arm is a combination of Halo bits. I think Star Wars, one of the Force Awakens, like accessory is for the forearm, and then the hand is from Gundam. The head is Hulk. I can't remember what the hair is from, but yeah, so
badass.
So yeah, I will have to do a classified version of that at some point.
Yes, indeed, you will.
Because I love G.I. Joe Extreme.
This green is going on rather quickly.
But
it's really nice green.
Yeah, that's looking great.
So I think, again, it's kind of giving me that chalky look that I wanted of doing just a bunch of thin layers. Jamie Lynn, yes, definitely. A little grunge from Gen 13 for sure on that figure. That is another team that I want to customize out. Is I want to make a Gen 13.
Well, now that there's the new Legends She-Hulk, you've got a good option for Caitlin, yeah. But did not exist before. Though I guess I would probably, hopefully they reuse the Power Princess body, because that would actually probably be better.
Yeah, I could see that.
Just that figure is so hard to get right now.
I was gonna say I still have yet to see one in person.
Oh no, like it goes for like I don't even know what it's a lot.
Yeah.
They've way up in price. I'm curious now because a friend of mine has been looking for one and he's kicking himself. Do. Let's see here. Sold items. Oh, that one went for $35 with $12 shipping.
Oh wow.
That one went loose for $56.
Damn.
So yeah, it's. I mean, I'm seeing them selling for like $40 to $80.
I was gonna say I've seen a couple at some swaps and stuff for like 50, and I'm like, I'm good.
I mean, given how good Hasbro has been with, not right away, it takes a while. But they
come back around, or they find
they're
other
good
ways.
about, reissuing that stuff. Like we just saw, they just reissued Magic. So
yeah. Which to be fair, that figure came out a while ago, like what 4 years ago?
Oh yeah, it's been a minute for sure.
But it's nice that it's back out, especially with like the X-Men hype and everything.
Yeah, I mean it's more just that when they see those secondary prices up there, they're willing to get it back out to the collectors.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for joining us, Jay. Have a good night as well.
See you, dude. Oh, last time they had her on BBTS, she was 45. Damn.
Mm. All right, I got to figure out what I want to work on here.
I'm actually pretty stoked with how this green is coming out. Although I know that I'm going to have to do a bunch of sanding. But also, I kind of want to pose him throwing a bear. What's funny is when I was working on the idea of like what this was going to be, I'm like, I'm going to start at the legs and I'm going to work up. And I was like, no, fucking whole torso. Whee! Like, well, screwed that one up, I guess.
I've got to decide how hard I want to go with this figure. I got this. It was like an open box one off a GPS lot, the ZD Toys.
Oh, cool.
Iron Man, because the Hasbro one, just the scale is
garbage.
Yeah, but the articulation on this one ain't great. It doesn't even no swivels in the arms, like at all.
Really?
Like there's balls at the shoulders, but below that it's a hinge for the elbow, and that's it. And I get that it's armor and whatever, so it doesn't need to have like a ton of movement, especially since he made it in a cave. But
out of scraps.
Yeah, I still want him to be able to do, some elbow side to side action. And I was honestly debating trying to get just like all this armor off and adapt it to fit onto a Legends body, but that's probably more work than I want to do. As it is, he's a little taller than I would like him to be.
Yeah.
Proportionally, I think it works. So I just got to figure out how to get it apart and what I want to do. Easy enough to put elbow joints in if that's where I decide to stop.
Yeah. Oh, Magic came out around the same time as the Iron Man 2020 figure. Oh, there we go.
In a minute.
Shit. All right, I'm going to let this green dry and set up for a few whilst I ponder exactly. Like, legitimately, we got just under 40 minutes left. I think I could get all the green done on the body.
Oh, nice.
Like, which is wild. But I know the pants, like the shredded up pants, are where I'm like,
yeah.
I kind of leave them classic looking. Mainly because I don't want to paint them. Until then, I'm going to futz around with working on this dude's face. Because I can.
Damn right.
Where did that go? I don't know.
They might have done that. I didn't really pay too much attention to the Sentinel Iron Man stuff just because the cost was more than I was willing to stomach.
Oh, is this one?
Yeah.
There we go. Oh shit! I have to look up Lou Ferrigno Hulk. Like, also I'm gonna put Mr. Warduke chilling out up here, so y'all can barely see him. It's my bad.
Yeah, a lot of that Sentinel stuff looked cool, but once I saw the prices, I'm like, yeah, I can't even entertain this because they did a lot of armors that Hasbro never did. The Igor, I was like, oh, should I get that? And the more I thought about it, I'm like, no, I can't. That way lies madness.
Make Lou Hulk TV ready. Indeed, that's the goal right now. Oh, there's a lot of weird AI art that is out there of Lou Ferrigno as the Hulk, and I don't like it.
That's unfortunate.
I just want to grab like screen grabs. Oh, he kind of had brown pants.
Oh yeah, he did.
Damn it.
I do recall that now.
Piss pot Pete. Although his teeth were white.
Let's not get into the story of Piss Pot Pete either.
Hulk had brown pants. Indeed, he did. I'm gonna do a little work ski on his teeth ski. It's weird because like his paint was just like they didn't do anything that like added depth.
No.
So it's like I was worried. I was like, oh man, like I'm gonna have to paint in the lips. I'm gonna have to do all this. I'm like, no.
Nope. Yeah.
So I have to like just spray him down.
The bear licked it off.
It is kind of fun because there's just some genuinely weird images, and I'm like, I want to go deeper. And then at the same time, I'm like, I don't know if I should.
I can't remember if that series is streaming anywhere.
Currently, I don't think so. I think there's one or two things that are on Disney Plus.
See, that's so dumb. Just put that up there. Put freaking
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Oh, movies.
Now just do it. You know, you got it. You own it. You might as well.
Well, the weird thing is, I think last time I looked, Toei has something with Spider-Man, Spider-Man's rights.
Really? I mean, it was a joint thing, but
yeah.
Tell them they can have their Tomb of Dracula the anime rights.
Wait, what?
Part of the deal with the Toei thing is, you know, they did a Tomb of Dracula anime.
I did not know that.
Just like an OAV or like a single story. You know, it wasn't like an ongoing thing, but they did it. I've seen screenshots. It's adapted directly from the Wolfman and Colin to a Dracula run.
That's wild.
And Dracula eats a hamburger.
Oh. As Dracula should, because hamburgers are good.
Well, it's while he's like has no, he lost his vampiric powers, so he has to eat people food.
Oh.
He goes to disco, fights a cowboy. I'll just pop it in the.
Like, as one does.
There you go. It's on YouTube apparently.
Very
audio even. Yeah.
I need to darken up them eyebrows. Hold on.
The subtitled version would probably be where I'd gravitate towards, but
Boing. Oh god! Oh, I have seen this. Oh, holy crap! Yeah, hold on.
The Toei. Well, here's a sub version.
Hold on, I'm just going to do this. We're going to do this. I'm going to shoot you. Don't shoot me. I'm not going to shoot you. Lightning! Superhero landing. Ow, my hips. Shock and awe. Jesus Christ. Old Santa Claus. Bloody red credits.
Quincy and his battle wheelchair.
That's amazing. Oh man. Well,
yeah, it does Panther 10 or from cruising or something.
Hold on. I need to get back to the comments. There we go. Sergeant Slaughter is apparently at SDCC. Indeed.
Oh, there we go. See that blows all the water. It's going to be a HasLab Triple T.
Oh, that'd actually be kind of cool.
I was commenting on Panther's reference to the Dracula anime and how that scene could be applicable to a number of different instances, types of films.
Ooh, naughty. With Dave's voiceover on the cartoon, I was getting G.I. Joe PSA vibes. That's kind of what I was going for. I was also going for, don't get a copyright strike.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's on YouTube, they must not care.
Yeah,
there's several versions of it on there. And yeah, Bite Man is still on archive.org as far as I know.
And indeed, it's also in my cabinet. I wasn't chancing that.
Got some of the con special.
Maybe.
Well, hey, I still have a VHS copy of the Justice League pilot and the Corman Fantastic Four. So,
son, I got those on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I haven't been to a freaking con in forever, so I haven't been able to upgrade my.
Hey, everybody who hits shows in the Midwest, you want me to bring Matt to a show? We'll hoop it up. You can bring him cans of beans to sign.
God.
Just in big red letters, hate. Molotov says, hey, VJ, what up, Rob? How's it going? Please do hit that like button. I appreciate you. Helps pay for Dave's first class painting. Yeah, not first class. In fact, I got notified today. They were like, hey, did you know that you chose like economy basic? I'm like, sure do. Like, well aware. Because
everybody cross your fingers.
Yeah, the Delta doesn't fuck my flight.
Yep. Hold it out there for Dave. Make sure he gets to San Diego.
Mitch would travel for that. I'm with Matt. Dave down with beans. Ouch.
I mean, I am considering going to the next Joe Fest, but I have no concrete plans to go to any shows at this time.
Just saying, PowerCon's next year.
Most years, yeah.
Well, not this year.
Fair. See, I want to like beans. I wish I did. I've tried them. I don't. It's a pain in the ass, especially I go to a Mexican restaurant. It's like, well, I would like to eat some of these foods, but I know that I will not enjoy them. And yeah, Delta's a mess right now. An acquaintance or whatever, I don't know how they would classify the relationship, but somebody Dave knows has been stuck in Florida for what, you said 2 weeks?
2 weeks. Oh, still build a figure. Yes.
Hey,
I was like, wait, this is a pain in the ass. But wait, even more. You just fucking take this thing apart. It's way easier. Forgivens, hopefully, fingers crossed. PowerCon is in the running for sure. After going 1 year, I'm like, okay, I get it. And I'm thinking I'm going to get a table. I'll have my comic stuff and COJ stuff and like hang out, maybe even bring some toys to sell. Be cool. Mitch is stuck in Florida, the poor bastard. I mean, he's staying in like a beautiful Airbnb, so I don't feel too bad for him.
Yeah, I guess now the issue with Delta is that whatever software they use to like move their people around is having issues. So they,
Yeah, sounds about right.
They don't know where, what pilots and crew are available and where.
Which sounds like a delightful cluster.
Yup. I don't know how it's been generally. I don't know because we're a hub for them, so I don't know if we have it better here than other places. Or
That I don't know.
Hopefully they'll get their poop in a group over the next couple days here, so that Dave can get where he needs to go with no headaches.
Yeah. Well, it's that weird thing of like I keep getting the very friendly banter of, well, it only might be a day delay. I'm like, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Like San Diego is a very volatile flight situation. Like that's kind of the one downer is it's like, yeah, in a lot of other instances it wouldn't be.
Yeah, if you don't get out of there when you plan to get out of there, it kind of wrecks the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I forgot how many little tears there are in this, and it's like it's fun, but it's like, oh, fuck. Like props to whoever sculpted this because I don't honestly remember who sculpted the Build-A-Figure, but
yeah, I don't know who did that one. Crimson Geek, I'm vaguely aware of Joe Hendry through osmosis, but do not have.
I believe in Joe Henry.
Good. I'm glad somebody does.
Matt, I need you to clap twice.
All right.
Thank you. Sorry, my hands were otherwise occupied.
Yeah, those figure arts, Deadpool Wolverine look pretty good. Honestly, though, I think I like the head on the Legends Wolverine better.
I think it has the less like Triple H spit spray paint job, which I like. Oh, speaking of beans, since I missed it, could you roll that beautiful bean footage? I sure could. You know what? Give me un momento, por favor.
Do you feel like a champion? Do you worry that you don't look like a champion? Try Enhancement Talent clothing and gear. At our state-of-the-art facility, you'll find wall art. Not one, not two, but a spectacular 3 cats. This thing. Top-of-the-line sewing equipment that Enhancement Talent has used to make Enhancement Talent clothing and gear. Let us take you to the top of the card.
Oh, yes.
So, yes, ninth, that image of the state-of-the-art facility in the woods there, I took from a Riff Tracks short about measuring. And when they in that short talk about how the government decides, what the standard units are for the country, that is the image they showed of a concrete building in the woods somewhere, which I guess is the government. So
Tracks.
yeah, I mean, that's where they decide what all the units of measurement should be. Welcome back, Spike. Hope your phone is okay.
Oh, no. Sorry, your phone died. That sucks. God dang it. I just realized I'm going to have to paint over all of this with fucking brown paint.
So it's a hard life you live, Dave.
I just make poor choices.
Don't we all?
And I will say the paint is coating rather nicely, so I'm not trying to jinx it.
I'm confused. I had Amazon send me some shipping boxes because I needed some different sizes than what I could buy at like Target and Walmart and stuff. So I sent them, and because I never know, when I'm going to be home or when Danny's going to be around, I usually will use the pickup locations when I can. And because of the size of the box, it had to go to Whole Foods, and I went there and I picked it up. And then they started sending me emails saying, "Hey, pick up your stuff." And it's like, well, I did. And so finally today they're like, "Hey, we're returning your stuff." It's like the stuff that I have and have been using for several weeks. Yeah. Okay, so I guess I'll be curious to see if I get a refund or not.
Weird.
I wouldn't complain if it did give me a refund for it, but it's odd. I can only assume whoever was helping me out at the Whole Foods messed something up. But
yeah, I just didn't scan something or
because it's like I've got all these boxes. I'm using them. I've shipped many things in them. So and it wouldn't have been more.
Yeah.
So
all right, there we go. Now I'm on to the bulk painting on the leg. Very exciting, very exciting. McFarlane Movie Maniacs, the dude is chilling with Lemmy from Super 7, a bloke and the dude. That's badass.
Oh, no, they already said they returned it, which is fine because I've got it right here, so I don't need the package anymore. If they wanna return it and refund me because I didn't pick it up, well, darn. And yes, Lifelong Toy Collector. I'm a big Riff Rax fan, so I'm glad that somebody else here appreciates that that's where that came from. The disturbing measuring man short.
Minnesota's own.
Actually, I think those guys are in town tonight.
Are they? I think that was till next week.
I thought it was this week. I don't know. Their live Point Break event.
I'm for it.
I mean, they mostly live here, so
yeah,
they don't usually do their live events here.
I was gonna say, in town's a relative thing.
Some of the writers were going to come in from out of town, but couldn't due to various issues. So
I do remember I was at a Comic-Con, probably 10 years ago, and they did a Riff Tracks live out at Comic-Con.
Oh.
And it was really fun. And I don't remember, I had some sort of shirt that denoted that I was from Minnesota, like it was something very specific.
Yeah.
And he came up and he's like, "Are you from Minnesota?" I'm like, "I sure am." He's like, "Where are you from?" I explained. And he's like, "Oh my God, we used to make, TV not far from there." I'm like, "I know. I know a couple of people who work."
Yeah, I know who you are.
Yeah. It's like, oh, explained a couple of things, and they're just like, "Oh my God, that's amazing. What a small world. Ha 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 ha." But I don't know. It's always funny when that shit like that happens where you're just like, Yes. The one of the prop makers when I was growing up is one of my friend's dads. And so for the longest time I didn't think anything of it. But he had it was a set of doors, and it was the model ship from the intro to MST3K, just like chilling in the living room. And, you know, whatever. My brain just went, oh, it's a replica.
Yeah.
Didn't think anything of it. Saw, you know, Chunks O puppets around every so often when he had to repair them. Didn't think anything of it. Finally, like, while I was in college, I came back, and I don't remember what happened, but I was sitting there, I'm just like, holy shit. That makes so much sense now. I am dense.
Oh, see, yeah, I was in St. Cloud when it would have premiered, so we didn't get KTMA where we were. So yeah, I came into it. I think it was when it was on Sci-Fi is when I started really like watching it. But that's awesome, Lifelong Toy Collector, that you
Hell yeah.
at the ground floor. And there's some of those episodes that are still missing, and will never probably exist again. So,
which is sad.
Yeah, but you know, it puts it in rarefied company along with you know, Doctor Who and some of those other things where it's like, oh yeah, we didn't see any value in this, so we taped over it.
Yeah, it's gone forever.
It was expensive.
There we go. Check that out.
Oh, nice. That's looking good.
Look at them calves. My goodness.
Oh yeah.
Hulk got gams. Gammas.
Whoa.
Woo! I'm on fire tonight. Sure, some of you are out there going, I wish he was on fire.
No.
Never say never. Someone will find them at a garage sale one day. Yeah.
I mean, fingers crossed.
That's okay. The other day I was I brought up on the show, as I have many times, collecting stuff with butts and wits. And I got reached out by a couple people, and they're like, I was on that show. I'm like, oh shit. Like, cool. I want to get the whole crew on from that show at some point, because I think it'd be fun, because that was a big deal for me back in the day. Like, I was the kid that watched the toy collecting show on Saturday mornings.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would have if I had known it existed or had the ability to watch it, but you know, living in near St. Cloud, where we, you know, if the wind was right, we could get Fox 29 and watch The Simpsons.
Nice.
Because 29, 23, all the UHF channels we could not really get, so we did not have cable. Eventually we got it. But...
Oh, there we go. Okay. This is back up in one piece. Good. I'm going to plop him down there and try to... Oh, how am I going to balance? Aha! I'm going to balance him. Good old folding chair.
Toy du jour on it. If they did reaction MST, I'd be into that, but I would much rather get like NECA or Ultimates or something, because I want Mike and Joel.
That would be cool. And my only problem with that is their likenesses on humans kind of suck for the most part.
Well, that's why I'd say NECA if I had my druthers.
Yeah,
because NECA would nail it, but I don't know that there's enough of an audience.
I've always been kind of surprised that we've never gotten even the Toonie Terrors style of at least the puppets. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I've got the little static figures that they did with the DVD sets, and those are great.
Yeah.
And they are about NECA scale. So there was a while there where I was looking at the Like the NECA Planet of the Apes just kind of have generic red and green jumpsuits.
Yeah.
Got to find heads and hands. And it's still one of those things that's kind of at the back of my mind.
Understandable.
But I've never pulled the trigger on doing it. I searched through to find whichever Mattel wrestler heads were close enough to my control. But if somebody wanted to just make them so I could buy them, that would be great. And Mads and Bobo and Pearl and Observer.
The whole crew. I'm even surprised, with the kind of, I don't want to call it reboot, but like new seasons
Netflix stuff, yeah.
that they did. It was like they had such crazy star power on it.
Yeah.
I thought for sure like they'd get some sort of, merch, but outside of like apparel, I haven't seen anything.
Have a good night, Pendergast, if you're still there. And Fortnite, they do pops of everybody. I actually saw a post somewhere, and it was like, they're doing pops now of regular people. They don't sell them in stores, but they make enough to fill a container, and then they push it overboard into the ocean. You'll know when it happens to you because you'll feel it.
Actually, if I remember correctly, Tony has one of those.
Oh, pop of himself.
Custom pop, yeah.
Yeah, the bots would make good Toonie Terrors. And, I would have a hard time resisting, even though I do not collect Toonie Terrors, if they did, again, I don't know that the audience would be there, but if they did a Toonie Terror of Torgo or the Master from Manos, oh man, I would have a hard time resisting.
So, funny thing, so a friend of mine traded me some toy restoration for a bunch of VHS because I have an idea for a backdrop that I wanted a bunch of old VHS for.
Mm-hmm.
And in that was a bunch of old MST3K tapes. Nice. And one of them was Manos. I was like, oh, shit. Like, this is amazing. Like, I popped so hard seeing those. And I'm like, I remember going and checking those out from Panorama Video. And like being like, ooh, like, you know what I got? No one cared, but
Toy du jour, it's actually I'm making it into a cutter, so that's where this will eventually go. Need our Bostonian Coast Guard representation in Classified,
as you do. I'm surprised that we haven't gotten more water themed, like.
I mean, we've got Torpedo and Shipwreck.
Oh no, I'm talking about vehicles because I feel like it would be easier because there wouldn't be as much like
moving pieces and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could see the water moccasin being a HasLab. I feel like the Devilfish would be a good, like retail level vehicle because it's around the size of like a ferret.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit bigger, but you could. It's. I think you can make it work at that price point.
Yeah.
No,
you know what I mean though. Like it's just like I feel like that would be easier, not easy.
I mean, I'm surprised that they haven't done some of the other, more, iconic, smaller vehicles. I'm surprised they haven't done the snake armor. I'm surprised we don't have a Cobra Claw yet. I'm sure we'll get a Fang at some point, but just it's like they could do the claw as like part of a deluxe set or something, or But
I will be curious to see what we see at Toy Fair not Toy Fair, San Diego.
I mean, pretty much.
Neil Robin says, Dave, do you still have a VHS player? I do, but it's actually connected to a CRT and I need to lug that thing out.
Yes, I no longer have a VHS player, but I also don't really have much in the way of tapes anymore to worry about. So Yeah, Moray would be a great HasLab. I love the Moray. It's an amazing toy. And yeah, Water Moccasin is in that. They did. I mean, the Fortnite boat is honestly about the size of the Water Moccasin would need to be. So, um, but yeah, we'll see. If they wanted to do an 83 headquarters ninth for classified, I would be sorely tempted to buy it, but I feel like that would be a little expensive.
Or large.
Well, that too, because the original was quite large.
I was gonna say that was more so my thing. Is I'm just like Jesus.
But yeah, I mean, like for Joe, stuff like maybe not the headquarters, but if you did like the checkpoint alpha or bivouac play sets, those are really fun little like diorama type pieces.
I feel like those are the ones that I think they'll get to, but I feel like are being overlooked right now. If that
Yeah,
makes any sense.
yeah,
Like,
I think we're also likely to get those at some point, but who knows when. Hopefully, the
yeah.
line continues to be the success that it has been.
I mean, I will say like that is one thing that you definitely got to applaud them on. Is I feel like they have very expertly paced the line
Oh yeah,
to where like the releases are steady and regular releases, like where always feel like people are just like, oh man, I want to go pick up the new classified figures. You know what I mean? Like there's
yeah.
always something new to pick up, which for better or worse is, it's like, well, if it's always being on the store shelves,
Well, that's been the thing that's been tougher lately. Is it's been a little spottier
yeah,
with some of that. But I mean, it's nice they're still. It's like, oh yeah, it's just a 4-figure wave, so you don't have to. It's not like a huge um, financial bite. Marvel Legends waves 6 to 7 figures.
yeah, which is a lot.
Um, so, and they've done a good job of with the exclusives of getting their mileage out of the stuff without being overly you know cheap about it.
Yeah,
And I really do. I mean, I really do think they've done a good job of with the pacing of characters. It was a little rough at first, but they've really kind of righted the ship on there and doing you know a variety of different eras um, in each wave.
variety period. Like it's,
And
you have your heavy hitters. Yeah, we're getting like our 15th Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, but they're the top of the card. You know what I mean? Like,
right, well, and they've got enough versions that's okay. You can do that. Um, and now that they've got the retro line, they can kind of use that to get out, to keep some of those big characters in, on the shelves, and then put the more obscure characters in the regular line.
yeah,
Um, and not even that obscure in my mind, but
well,
I'm a massive Joe nerd, so what's obscure to you know um, me is much different than your average buyer. So I'm glad that it's like, oh yeah, we're doing Big Bull, we're doing Raptor, we're doing these characters that I'm kind of surprised to see.
for sure. There we go.
Nice leg.
Legit. I am down to hair and doing the pants pretty much. That's kind of insane.
Epic Badger, Nature Blood is definitely one that I could see them doing in the retro line. I think we'll see Blood and Flint before too long in the retros.
Yeah.
Trying to think of who else they kind of did early on that hasn't really gotten a more classic version. I do love the classified Major Blood though.
That is a highly underrated figure in my opinion.
It's so good. Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, I'm with you, Tozier. They haven't hit obscure for me yet in the line, but obscure for your average buyer. I mean, even Airborne is obscure. And yeah, I agree, Shaggy, that I miss the file cards. I really do.
You missed the what?
The file cards, but I do think Rock and Roll is another one that we'll probably see a retro of. Maybe Grunt as well. But I really do hope they keep knocking out members of the original 13 as they can, because we've still got quite a few to go. And I agree. And I with your list from earlier, I also feel like the Armadillo would be something that would fit in the retail format, the size. And I've always liked the Armadillo.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, I was trying to be like, I need to finish painting this, but I also want to click along. Yeah, I've just got to paint the pain in the ass that is the shaggy hair. Throw a quick dry brush on the pants, and I think I have a Hulk.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna have to put a lot more coats on this cutter head.
Oh yeah. Oh well, it looks good.
It's getting there, but
I mean, the way I look at it is, you just got to build it up, is all. Yeah, because this is how far I got tonight, and all things considered, that's pretty fucking good. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I would love if they did a deluxe Grand Slam with the jump pack and the jump landing pad. Because I Silver Pad's Grand Slam, I love that figure.
Right on. Oh no, what's his name? Gridiron,
yeah. Oh, those later guys, that's my Joe. I want Rampart, I want Pathfinder, I want Ambush.
Oh, Pathfinder was cool.
Lightfoot, I love Lightfoot because I'm weird. I hope they do Budo.
Oh, Budo. Oh man, that'd be neat. There's so many there's just so many characters.
Yeah, and they're doing. I mean, we're almost done with. I think they've almost done everybody from 84 now, other than vehicle drivers, and we still need airtight. But
I like that a lot.
Nice. It's not impossible for Givens. We got Shadow Tracker, and that would not have been a figure that I thought we were ever going to get. Epic Badger, I was there in that era. That was when I started collecting, 92, 93 for Joe. Yeah. And I didn't like that bazooka at the time, but later on, when I was going through most of my Joes and detail painting them, and I realized that spring launcher mold that first came out with that bazooka has a tackle box and a fishing rod sculpted onto it, and I was like, this is the best thing.
Oh, there we go. Toy is your fast dry airtight and headhunter stormtrooper or stormtrooper. Or maybe
headhunter stormtrooper, yeah. I mean, I would love some regular headhunters as well.
Shit, yeah, it's 10:02. My goodness.
And I'm probably if they hit clearance or even if they don't, I'm tentatively planning to. Well, I actually got one. Yeah, because that one's brown, but I've got an extra. I grabbed an extra tripwire off of Pulse at one point, and I think I might turn him into fast draw.
So here's my question, and this is coming from a dude who makes a lot of weird Marvel customs and then goes, oh shit, they've announced him as I'm working on him, right?
Yes.
Like which happens, and I know it happens to you as well.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of the nature of this hobby for customizers, where it's like, man, I'd really like that. I'm gonna make it. All of a sudden, Dan and Co pop on and are like, look what we're making. You're like, son of a bitch. Because I know that has happened more times than I care to admit. Do you think the same can be said with classified? However, classified definitely has the, I don't want to say luxury of being like a single franchise, but because it's GI Joe and only GI Joe, you know what I mean? Like you have a more widespread
Yeah, and
base.
I
I
think
guess.
for me though, like when I'm gonna customize classified stuff, like yeah, I'm doing Cutter because he's easy. But most of what I want to do for customs is stuff that I know that they will not do for various reasons. I did just buy a bunch of printed Battle Force 2000 parts because I don't think they're going to get to those guys. You never know, and if they do, then great. But a lot of the stuff I'll be focusing on customizing is going to be like the Action Force guys,
Yeah.
or the weird international variants. Like, I don't think those are out of the question because we're getting Glenda. They're doing Coral.
Glinda.
And I would love if they did, like Mortal or Cobra de Ako and stuff like that. And maybe they will.
I was gonna say, do you think the market's there for that though? Like that's
Well, if there
like
was
that's the
still
weird thing with.
still a JoeCon, I'd say so. And they're good about like Corals in the Night Force 2-pack that Walmart's going to have as an exclusive. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay. And they already had the tooling. So
Oh yeah, no, totally. Like I again, it's my curiosity as what I would call a modest Joe fan.
sure.
As compared to you, where this is definitely more your boat. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, I think there's huge swaths of like the ancillary lines. I don't think we're going to see Extreme in classified. We're not going to see Sigma 6. I would be even surprised to see like Adventure Team or, pre Real American Hero Joes.
I thought they did. Weren't they doing Adventure Team like homage?
Well, they've done like the original, like the 50th or whatever it is, Action Soldier Sailor or whatever, but they
Yeah.
don't look anything like those.
Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
But yeah, I think there's just big chunks of the property that they probably won't touch, or they won't for a while.
Yeah.
But yes, Mitch, I'm excited to see that Fresh Monkey Fiction in their lines is doing not legally distinct Joe Colton heads with some of those figures.
Maybe that's what I was thinking.
Well, I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, Star Brigade, I agree with you. To a jour, probably not going to happen. Maybe some of the DEF characters, maybe some Eco Warriors, but
Eco Warriors. Oh my god, all that neon plastic, baby. Yeah.
But yeah, there's just a lot of those sublines. I'm surprised they've done as much Tiger Force as they have, honestly.
They've done a lot.
And the Marauders too, because the Marauders nobody really liked, but the only cool part about the Marauders is the vehicles. But yeah, they're repaints that they can do. So I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting because so far they haven't. Like, I was surprised to see that they were doing Coral, and I'm like, it makes sense because they can get more mileage out of that tooling. But I was still surprised that they did her.
I mean, but that I feel like that's the way to do it, though. Like you were saying, like that's
yeah. And we're there's no longer a G.I. Joe Collectors Club, and if there was, we'd definitely be seeing a lot of these other more obscure characters. But those figures would probably be $50 a pop. So
yeah.
If it was anything like the original G.I. Joe Collectors Club.
Yeah. See, that was another thing that, like, I was very glad I was on the outside looking in on that, because I had several buddies who were like hardcore into the Collectors Club stuff, and I was just like, man, I good, enjoy. I'm glad that you are having fun, in the hobby and you have a fun space that you can do this shit in.
Fun is a
Relative
tough.
term.
Yeah, it's I bought a lot of their product. I went to a lot of their shows, but they definitely it's a lot of and I mean they knew about it. They just I think they didn't care. Um, they did a lot of stuff real half-assed.
Ah,
Um, and it was never real clear how much they wanted to succeed, because there was a lot of stuff they could have done to make it be more successful. Yeah. I know for a fact that one of the things that would factor in to their picking the locations for the shows was, it's like, okay, where can we go? Where has the space? Where is it affordable? But part of it was also, where do we want to go on vacation? And it was still a weird cross section because it's like, well, yeah, I mean, there was still a pretty small list of places that made sense for a show of that size that they wanted to pay for. But it's like, you guys could have done just a lot better than you did. With not much extra cost or effort. But yeah, they knew that people were going to buy their stuff anyway, so they didn't have any incentive to change.
yeah. Womp womp. Classified Sigma 6 Lieutenant Stone. I would take any classified Sigma 6.
Oh, me too. I love that line. Absolutely. And Boocat, yeah, I sold off not too long ago, end of last year probably, my figure subscription service, Slice and Dice. And yeah, they didn't go cheap. But I do think that they're likely to happen in classified, for what that's worth. Yeah, a lot of those figure subscription service figures are spicy price now.
I mean, that's just kind of the nature of the beast.
Well, especially for a lot of them aren't that good.
Yeah.
But it's the only official, modern version of some of those characters. Or even some.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Good.
Sorry. Oh no, go ahead.
No, you go.
From just the behind the scenes stuff, and because people that Dave and I know have worked with them, and I've not heard good things about the process there.
Yeah, unfortunately not. Smile, nod, carry on.
Yeah.
But I think on that note, we should wrap it up.
Yeah,
Matt, what do you got? What do you got coming up? You're going to be over on prep school this Sunday, yeah?
More likely, yeah. Usually, if it's happening, and then I'm on the various social medias, though I'm not terribly active on any of them. So,
right on.
What do you got coming up, Dave?
So tomorrow night, Grippin' and Rippin', swing back by. Going to be a good time. Me, Tony Geeky, going to be a fun time. Thursday night, I will be at the Imagine Theaters selling that exclusive Deadpool Wolverine print. Again, some of those will be up on the online shop a little later on. But then Thursday, after I work that for 3 hours, I will be flying out to San Diego Comic-Con. Fingers crossed. Delta, I'm looking at you. And I'll be out at Comic-Con through Monday morning. So yeah, that's going to be wild. I'm going to be filming the whole time, doing the little signing ski. And it's going to be fun. I'm going to try and make a bunch of videos while I'm out there, and bring back and release them to the wild, here. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Go hit me up over on Extra Life. Go hit me up on Patreon. Lots of fun bonus goodies coming from there. Mitch Falcon might be able to stop by. Oh, yeah. Go follow Matt on his social medias.
Sure.
Go follow me on my social medias. I feel like I'm behind a fence now. But yeah, It's going to be wild. It's going to be a good time. I actually ended up almost finishing Hulk. I got to do a dry brush of green on top of that hair. But
Nice.
I'll snap some pictures and post it. Oh, there you go.
It's getting there. I gotta do his eyes and stuff.
Bit by bit.
But it's come on.
He's a creepy soulless mannequin right now. But yeah, thank you everybody for being here and being a part of the conversation. Thank you to Mitch for always being the mod with the most. Thank you to Matt for hanging out, having a good time, having that chitty chat go back and forth. As always. Oh, also good luck with the flight. You have my sympathy at being 6'4" in economy class. Yeah, it'll be what it'll be. But yeah, until next time, folks, be good, be kind. Much love from Minnesota. Like, comment, subscribe. Good night. Well, boy. Beady bong.